Hello guys and welcome to the finale of building a Lego Black Falcon castle. I'm really excited for this one. We have a few finishing touches to add to the castle and we do have to add all of the minifigs, but after that we're going to be going through the entire castle, every little detail and every hidden thing that I've added to the mock. I'm really excited to show you everything I've been working on for the last few months on this awesome castle mock. I really did have fun with this one. It started off as a small idea and really grew and I sort of expanded it a bit more and sort of changed it here and there, and I'm really happy with the final outcome, so I can't wait to take you through everything in today's video. But first, I've got a bricklink order that came in with the last pieces to finish off the tower, and then we do have to add all the minifigs and finish off a little bit of rock work, and then we'll be heading straight into the full walkthrough of this in today's video. So let's get straight into it with our first time lapse. Okay, so now you can see the final bricklink order has arrived. I have robbed a few of these nougat pieces whilst you were seeing that time lapse. I was using a load of them to just finish off that terrain over there. But yeah, you can see we got a load more of these nougat pieces. Probably won't be using these in the mock, but they're super useful either way. Really nice color, definitely an underrated one. We're going to fly through the rest of this here. We also have the main pieces that I was ordering were these slopes right here and the ingot tiles. These are to finish off the tops of the towers, which I'm going to do in just a second. We also got a crocodile in here and a few other tan bricks, and then some more dark bluish grey bricks and things like that for my new Kashyyyk mock. But now I've run through that slightly, we're going to go ahead, remove these pieces here and then use them to finish off the tops of the tower. Okay, so these last few pieces were added to the top of the tower and it was fully finished. Now it's time to add some minifigures into the mock. Now I'm not going to add every single minifigure here, I'm just going to sort of add a few. I don't want to ruin the whole battle and the whole scene, but stay tuned, and after I've done this we're going to head straight into the full breakdown of the mock, a little bit more about the story and much more. So let's get started. So now the last brick has been placed, the minifigures are all set up, the battle is ready to go, and it's time for me to walk you through everything about my brand new Lego Black Falcon castle mock. And there it is, that is my finished Lego Black Falcon mock. As you can see, there's already areas that I haven't shown you in previous updates. The bit behind the castle is completely new, that's everything I've been working on since the last update, as well as that second tower is completely finished now as well. So we're going to go through every little detail of the mock, take a look at the battle itself, talk a little bit about the story, and overall just have a deep dive into this mock and see everything that came together to form this awesome castle mock. Before we go on, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying this, but let's head straight into the walkthrough. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the story. So the Black Falcons obviously are occupying this awesome castle and they're being attacked by the Black Ravens. Basically the Queen and a few of her knights were just outside of the castle, retreating into the castle, when suddenly they were ambushed by a load of Black Raven knights. Now some of the Black Falcons have rushed out to escort her back into the castle and try and get her in safe and sound, and that is the scene that we are currently sat on right now. As you can see, the Queen is rushing back into the castle and loads of the knights are running out to defend her, sort of forming a little shield around her and trying to get back into the castle, back into their stronghold and back behind their defensive wall. You see a few of the Black Falcons have been slain outside of the castle, and a few of the Black Ravens as well are starting to be destroyed and pushed back a little bit, but things are looking pretty dire for the Black Falcons. They were taken by surprise as they were escorting the Queen back into the castle after a quick shopping trip down at the local village. And now they're having to fend off the swarms of incoming Black Ravens as they hurry across the river to take advantage of the small window of opportunity that they have now to break into the castle, kill the queen, maybe take her captive, and take over the Black Falcon's territory. There are a load of small details that I want to go over later in the video, but firstly I'm going to give you a brief overview of the castle. So you can see outside we have a little riverbank along the left hand side of the river, then we have the river, and then we do have the giant riverbank and sort of area leading up to the castle on the right hand side of the river. This is where you'll find the Black Falcon castle. Now I'm really happy with the way this turned out. I did have a few different designs before, but I'm really happy with the way this one works, and I've really liked this design with the two towers sort of pillaring either side of that doorway, and I think it looks really good in my opinion. Then on the inside of the castle you can see we have a few different details. We have a small stable, we also have a small fountain, as well as a little meeting area where you can see some Black Falcon reinforcements lining up, getting ready to be briefed and head out into the battle to defend the queen. So now this area inside the castle was the last thing that I put together. I started with the stable off to the right, and then I built this tree design which I'm pretty happy with, followed by the fountain next to that, and then of course the little area where the Black Falcons are starting to sort of amass their troops and get ready to defend the castle. You can see a small doorway into the actual tower itself, and this would lead to a staircase where you can get to the top of the walls. Speaking of the top of the walls, you can also see a load of Black Falcon archers defending the wall and starting to shoot down against the incoming Black Ravens, providing some extra defense on the castle walls. You can also see that there's doorways in each tower on either side, and now this will lead you back to that imaginary staircase that will lead you to the top of the tower. You can see at the top of the tower we have a few different archers, as well as the king himself and a few of his knights, and there you can see also a trap door where you can get to the staircase to get down to the bottom of the towers. When the Black Falcons run out of arrows, they have a bucket of rocks here that they can hurl down at the oncoming attackers, and I really like the idea of this. I saw my friend Q Brick use this in one of his castle mocks, and I thought this was a really cool idea. On top of the towers there's also these giant flags, which I'm really happy with the way they turned out. They were custom and I bought them from eBay, and I really like the way they look on top of the towers right there. Moving down the tower you can see the little windows, as well as the banners that are hanging from each of the towers. Now these are brick built and I really like these as well. Moving further down there's another window, and then we hit the bottom of the tower on the outside, where you can see a load of Black Falcons are sort of trying to hurry back into the castle and form a defensive bubble around the queen. To the left of the battle you can see a small pen of sheep. Now these guys were being tended to by a farmer, but he's got a little bit scared and he started to run away from the battle. I can't say I blame him, but I'm surprised he didn't grab his precious sheep on the way out. The outside of the mock has a load of different tree designs. Now the first tree design, the olive green tree design, was taken from a guy named Edge of Bricks, and I was really inspired by him, so I decided to recreate those trees, and I think they look really nice. If you want to check out a tutorial on how to make them, check out his video that will be linked in the description down below. Now there's another tree by the river which I'm really happy with the design of. There's some cool details in here, including some branches holding up the leaves, and just I think overall it looks quite naturalistic and really nice, and I think it's probably the best tree that I've ever made. There's flowers, roots and other things like that scattered about the terrain as well, but the main colour for the terrain was olive green. Now this is a really nice colour. I'm really happy that I managed to get this amount of olive green to fit into this mock and make the entire thing covered in it, because I think it looks really nice. I decided to make the river with dark trans black plates, as I think it gives a really nice feel and a really nice look to the water. I think there could have been a bit more change of height with this river, but I really like the way it turned out in the end. And then we have another riverbank on the other side where a couple of Black Ravens are swarming across trying to get to the Black Falcons. The doors for the Black Falcon castle do actually open and close. I was really happy with this mechanism, and I think it's a really nice touch to the castle. I had to think of a way to have those doors open and have the actual battle being outside of the castle. Obviously, in real life, they probably would be stuck behind that castle. That's kind of the whole point of a castle, is to sort of be inside of it and have a really good strong defensive position. So there's not really any reason the Black Falcons would come out apart from to save their queen. So I think that was quite a good story to be able to get that battle outside of the castle and have some real one-on-one combat going on outside there. We can see a few of the Black Falcons have been absolutely slaughtered. There's blood pooling on the floor, and even one of them has their arm chopped off. Another Black Raven over here has actually been hit by a spear. I think this was quite a nice touch here. I've definitely tried to come up with some cool different ways to add some different fights and different damage and stuff like that into the actual battle itself, and it's quite a hectic battle. From what I've seen in a lot of medieval battles, that was quite hectic. Obviously, hand-to-hand combat can get very crazy as you sort of go on in the battle and everyone gets tired and stuff. So I think it was quite a good idea to have a lot of minifigures piled up in the middle here and sort of battling it out in the center, and a lot of chaos, especially as it was a surprise attack. They would definitely be taken by surprise and definitely be even more hectic and scared on the battlefield. The freeform design on the side of the mock was quite a nice idea. I really like the way I did this. I probably ideally would have had this on all of the sides of the mock, but overall I think it turned out quite well just being on this one side. And I like the way it transitions from the olive green into the rock work on the side here. Now back on the inside of the castle, we have a little table here with a couple of Black Falcons planning out, looking at some different maps and things like that when they were suddenly taken by surprise by the actual invasion itself. I like the way this turned out. I think this was a cool little detail to add between the stable and the castle wall. So yeah guys, that is my Black Falcon castle. I really enjoyed building this over the course of the 6 episodes. I had a ton of fun working on this as a side project to my Coruscant mock, and I really did enjoy it as it took over as my main mock once I finished Coruscant. I really had a load of fun working on this and spent tons and tons of time, so make sure you leave a like on today's video if you did enjoy it. It would be muchly appreciated, and it does help to push the video out to more people, so definitely make sure to subscribe and share the video with your friends if you think they might enjoy it as well. I definitely will be making more castle mocks in the future. I think I'll probably do some smaller ones as I go through 2022. I'd love to build a Witcher mock as well as go back into Lord of the Rings mocks as I gather more of those figures. So the next mock I'm going to be working on as an actual series is my Kashyyyk base from Jedi Fallen Order. So if you're into Star Wars stuff, again, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe because you definitely don't want to miss that awesome building series. I'm definitely going to be pushing my building skills to the limit with this awesome mock right here. But yeah, thanks for watching guys. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. If you do want to support the channel and what I do here to the extra level, make sure to hit that join button if you're interested in becoming a channel member here on the channel. But thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video guys. Goodbye.